it's time to say goodbye. I am someone who reviews makeup for YouTube. I would one day like this to be a little bit more than a hobby, which is why I buy so much makeup. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am showing you makeup that I am getting rid of. It's either going to end up in the trash because it's older, or if I'm going to let my mom go through it, and if she or my sister is interested in anything, they can of course keep it. Before I get started, I just want to say that I do believe that the makeup community has become very, very overwhelming with makeup releases. And I understand why, because they continue to make a lot of money off of us. We all get really hyped up for the next new thing. But I want to make it clear that I do this because I hope to at least one day fund my channel. I also really enjoy helping you guys decide if something is worth your money or not. I honestly started my whole YouTube channel because I got so sick of going to the drugstore and a product not being what it claimed to do and it ending up in the trash. So you were just throwing away a lot of new things. You would try it once, be like, this isn't what it said it did, and you just throw it away. And that is honestly what got me into this. I got so excited seeing that people reviewed things, so then I didn't have to waste my money as much anymore. But within the past few years, launches have become every week, weekly. So we are buying makeup weekly, and we are just adding to our collection, and my collection has grown a ton within the past couple of years. Now, like I said, I feel like I own way more than a regular consumer would, because this is something that I would like to do as a job in the future. So honestly, the things that get the most views and people are most excited to see are reviews on the brand new products. I mean, why would you not be? Because you want to know if you should buy it or not. But with that comes a lot of palettes that aren't getting used. I have so many palettes that I'm like, I really want to use this palette more, or I really want to use these highlighters that I bought, or just whatever. I just want to use the things that I really, really love more. And it's hard to find the things you really love in a massive collection. Honestly, if I were a regular consumer, I would feel fine with just having a couple of high-end palettes, and with that I'd be able to splurge more on my foundation or the rest of my makeup, my regular base makeup. But since I do this, I do tend to try and spend less on like my foundation and less on my, I don't buy anything high-end really for the rest of my face. And that's kind of the way I keep doing this, so that I am able to afford the palettes and stuff like that. Of course, sometimes I do get some palettes sent to me. I have had a few of them sent to me. But today I'm going to show you some things that I am going to be getting rid of. And it wasn't a very in-depth go through either. This was just kind of like, oh, I don't use this, or I haven't used this. So I'm just going to show you what things I'm letting go. I have 2 bags full of makeup. These were not all purchased in one year. So the first is the Kylie Peach palette. When I reviewed it, I actually really liked it, and I still think it's really pretty. I used it just yesterday to make sure, because I kind of sometimes get really attached to my makeup, so I tend to kind of want to hoard it, and I don't want to get rid of it because I'm like, but I really like it, and I do really like this palette. But honestly, the only thing I didn't like about this is the shimmers weren't super intense, and I love super intense shadows, and I just feel like someone else can love this palette more than me. Now, this is the Naked 3 palette, and my mom gave this to me for Christmas. Now, this is another problem I have. I have a problem getting rid of things that were gifted to me, but this was given to me such a long time ago, so it's probably, you know, really old, and just the shadows fall out, and there's just way better quality out there at this point. Like, I feel like when they first came out, the Nakeds, we were all excited, but honestly, they're not the best quality out there anymore. It kind of kills me to get rid of this. This is the Tartelette in Bloom, but I know my mom really wants it, so I'm gonna give it to her, because who doesn't have all these shades somewhere? I have them somewhere I know I do. It smells divine. They work amazing. It's probably one of the best neutral palettes you can have out there, but maybe my mom will keep it. I always have a hard time getting rid of ColourPop. I really like having a ColourPop collection, but I am getting rid of this I Like Your Face ColourPop highlighting palette. This was their first pressed powder highlighting palette they came out with, and it's really beautiful. And the more I look at it, I'm like, I don't want to let you go, but I don't use it. Someone else needs to use it. I'm getting rid of this Naked Urban Decay Flush palette. I don't use this either. The contour in it is very kind of orangey, and I just don't use it, and I want someone else to use it. This Naked Chocolate Chip palette, there's some really pretty shimmers in here, and I did a review on this way back when, and it's really cute, but I don't use it as much. I don't use it anymore, so it just has to go bye-bye. This next is the BH Cosmetics Festival Color Palette. Now, I did a review on this and I felt kind of like, I liked it, but I didn't, and I have a lot of other really great color palettes now that I feel like I just don't need it now, because I have the Jawbreaker palette from Jeffree Star Cosmetics, which I love. I have that new Morphe pastel palette, so it's not needed anymore. I'm getting rid of this Juvia's Place, the Saharan Blush Volume 2. Now, these colors are all beautiful. I really like the shimmers in it as well. I still sometimes use it, but I want to focus more on the blushes that I actually like more. The quality is okay on this, but it's not my favorite, and I have a lot of other blushes that I like the quality more, so I'm not gonna be able to ever go through all these on my own before they just, you know, are literal trash. So the next is the Saharan by Juvia's Place, and this is really beautiful. The color story is really pretty, the shimmers are pretty, but again, I have like all these colors, for instance, like in the Kathleen Lights palette, So Jaded by ColourPop. I know I have some of these. Someone else will get more use out of this than I ever will. This is the Morphe Daisy Danger palette. Now, one of them is broken. I actually really loved the setting powders in here, but the highlighters quality's gotten so much better since then, and I just don't use the highlighters at all. I was using the setting powders, but they are now broken, so we don't need them. I'm actually kind of sad, but I don't use them. I'm getting rid of the Makeup Revolution chocolate bar palettes. I think they're pretty good quality for, you know, their price, and they're really cute, and I want to try some of their newer ones, but as of right now, I just don't get any use out of them at all. So hopefully someone else will. So that is one, but let's count. We have 1, 2, 3, 14 palettes just right here. This is the Beauty Creations Tease Me palette. This is a beautiful palette, and I highly recommend it actually for like those of you who are looking for a new nudes dupe. This actually came out before the new nudes, so sometimes I think that maybe, you know, who knows, like this is a really cool palette. But again, I don't use it. I actually have the new nudes actual palette, and I also have the dupe for the new nudes palette from Shop Alter Ego, so I just do not need this in my collection. I'm getting rid of the Bad Habit Aphrodite. I kind of don't want to, but I don't, again, use it very much. It actually has very beautiful shimmers in it, and all the mattes perform very well. It's a dupe for the Huda Rose Gold palette, I think, and it was actually a really good palette, and I did get a lot of use out of it, but I just don't reach for it, and I want to use a lot of my newer palettes now. Getting rid of this Laura Geller highlighting palette. There's nothing wrong with these, but again, I just have more highlighters that I really enjoy and really like, and I think my mom or sister will like this more. I actually had found this one at TJ Maxx, but you always hear great things about Laura Geller's highlighters. This Hard Candy highlighter, it has 3 in there, and I'm getting rid of that one. I actually was one of the only people that I think liked those highlighters. A lot of people complained about them in their reviews, but I actually liked them. Getting rid of these Wet n Wild highlighters. These ones came from their, sorry about the heat in the background. I don't remember what collection these ones came from. but they just aren't as intense as I would like, so I never ever reach for them. This is from a limited edition Wet n Wild's Valentine's Day collection, I think, and it is kind of purpley, and never touch it. There's no point in it sitting in my collection. I never even touch it. I'm getting rid of these. I love them from Lonnie, but I think they're starting to get kind of hard pan, and they're just not very soft, but they were very nice back in the day. Not really I'm getting rid of these e.l.f. Aqua palettes. They're kind of cool. They feel like ColourPop Super Shock shadows, but I don't use them. So, but there's some pretty shades in there. And that's everything so far, I think, that I'm really saying goodbye to. There's a few more loose, like, highlighters and blushes, like this highlighter from Wet n Wild, again, just didn't quite do it for me, but that's everything. And I guess all I really want to do these videos for is to remind you to also go through your makeup, whether it's donating it, throwing it away, just so you don't end up hoarding it and becoming overwhelmed. But I also think that we all need to take the step into being more cautious into what we buy and how much we are buying, because we have a lot of great products in our collection, so let's use them. I would love to say I'm not going to buy any more palettes, but I know that that's what you guys love seeing reviewed. You guys always want to see the new ones, and I'm not the best at doing makeup, so tutorials aren't like my biggest thing. I always just do like really plain Jane kind of looks. But if you guys have any other things you'd like to see on my YouTube channel besides reviewing brand new stuff that you would genuinely click on, let me know in the comments down below, so that hopefully we can put a little bit of a dent into, you know, less buying, because I think we all could do that. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, then please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!